Good evening and welcome to Indiana's Virtual College Exploration Program. My name is Tiffany Powell and I will be your session facilitator for this evening. This session is in regards to Marian University. And before I turn it over to Marian University, I have a few housekeeping items for you to make note of. Give me just a second and I will share my screen so you can see that. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's right. Okay, so how to ask a question. In this chat, you will see a Q&A feature. That is where you will enter any and all questions. Your camera and your microphone are both turned off. So it is very important that you use that Q&A feature if you have a question. And our presenters will get to those questions at some point during the presentation. If you're interested in signing up for more sessions, our program will continue all the way up until the 22nd, which is next Thursday. So we do have a few more sessions available this week as well as next week. If you're interested in signing up for more sessions, please visit our website, inacac.org/virtual college exploration. And then also all of our sessions have been recorded. So you will be able to find previous sessions as well as this session and future sessions on our website on the aforementioned page, Virtual College Exploration on our Indiana ACAC website. So without further ado, I will turn you over to Marian University.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to Marian University. Excited to be virtual with you to teach you a little bit about Marian and who we are and what we're all about. So really quick, I'm going to share my screen here so that you can see what I see. Oops, you got a sneak peek. All right, so I think before we dive in, I do want to do some brief introductions here. First, I have my partner in crime, Nairi Modisette, on here. Nairi is going to be managing the chat and answering your questions as they come about. So feel free to utilize that chat. We're happy and excited to answer any and all your questions. And my name is Ty Garrison, and I will be your presenter for the day. A little bit about me, and then I'll defer to Nairi, but I'm an admission counselor at Marian University. Essentially, my role is to help students through the application process. I know this year has been challenging for everyone, but the more that we can do to help communicate, be transparent, and provide information for you as you navigate your college search, we've done our job at the end of the day. I myself have been in Indianapolis, Marian, for a little over 2 years. I'm not a graduate from Marian, but coming from the outside in, I can tell you that the personalized attention and the support that we offer students, it's here. It's amazing to see it. We preach about it every single day, and it's amazing to see kind of the certain things that happen on campus, the support that our students receive from professors and staff, and just the amazing opportunities that our students are finding in the Indianapolis community as well. With that said, Nairi, would you like to introduce yourself briefly before we jump into the presentation?
Unmute. Okay. Hello. Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone. Technology. I'm Marian Modisette, and I am one of the freshman admission counselors here at Marian. We're excited to talk more with you about Marian. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat.
Perfect. Thanks, Nairi. All right. Well, again, welcome. If you're just tuning in now, one thing I do want to draw your attention to is the big QR code that's listed right there on the welcome page here. So we would love to capture your information and learn a little bit more about you. So if you wouldn't mind, if you have your cellular device, whatever it may be, please scan that QR code. We'd love, again, to learn more about you and share some additional information about Marian so you can learn more about us. The conversation definitely does not have to end after today. So I'm going to pull this slide back up a little bit later, and if you need it, just let us know in the chat. We can go back to it. But I want to tell you what we're made of at Marian University. So if you haven't had the opportunity to visit with us or view our website before, we are a small liberal arts college in the heart of Indianapolis. In terms of our size, we are considered on the small side in comparison to other schools in Indiana. We have about 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Essentially what that tells you is that our classes are very small. We want to foster a relationship between you and your professor so you can feel like you're getting that personalized support and attention. Your average class size ranges anywhere typically between 15 to 25 students. And as you progress to your junior, your senior year, you might even see those get a little bit smaller, maybe as little as 8 to 10. I often joke with students, it's difficult to hide in your classrooms, but it's true. Your professors are going to know whether you're there or not, and they're going to support you, check on you, and again, be sure that they're addressing your questions to help you be successful. We have about 40 majors that we currently offer at Marian, and we're starting to see more come down the pipeline as well. If you're interested in viewing all of our majors, you can go to marian.edu/majors to view all of those. But our most popular are nursing, anything really to do in the health sciences, including biology and exercise science, education, anything to do with pastoral leadership, and then also our School of Business. We're seeing rising leaders in our university and throughout the city of Indianapolis because of these programs. There's a variety of others that I'll talk about as well as we get through the presentation. But again, those are our most popular for sure. At this time, we have about 3,700 students that currently attend Marian. I know that number there is 3,500 is just a little bit short, but we are super excited to let you know that we brought in the largest freshman class in Marian's history this past year. How we were able to do that during a national, worldwide pandemic, I'm not sure, but I think it really speaks well about, the attention that we give our students, because we truly want, to make our students feel special as a person as opposed to a number. So about 3,700 students total go to Marian, and about 1,000 of those live on our beautiful campus, which you can kind of see in that picture there. Part of what has helped our success certainly has been our location. As I mentioned, we are in the heart of Indianapolis. I like to think of Marian as a little oasis. We're surrounded by these beautiful golf courses. For being an urban institution, we have some grass on campus. And Indianapolis is such a great city for young people. And it gives you an opportunity not only to find recreational activities like go to the zoo or go to Topgolf, the canal, if you're familiar with Indianapolis, but you're also going to find experiential learning opportunities. We know that your experience is truly what's going to help you get a job. So what we'll do is prepare you in the classroom. We'll try to find those experiences that you can apply to a job or an internship or a clinical opportunity in the city. So that way you can speak uniquely about your experience. Being in Indianapolis, there's a hospital probably every 2 miles away from campus. So our students in nursing are having opportunities to get in hospitals and various other healthcare centers to treat patients. We have students that are observing classrooms in their very first semester who are interested in education. And we have a variety of employers that are hiring our students right out of graduation. And here's a short list of all those right there. I don't know if any of you have heard of Apple before, but it's a terrible joke. But we've had many students going there. Eli Lilly being right here in the city. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Fun fact, you can actually hear the Indy cars revving their engines in the spring. But these are a variety of different employers that our students are finding those experiential learning opportunities with. And you could potentially have, a place in one of those as well. And we're starting to see these business partners growing as well. We have many many partners in the city that really want to hire Marian students, and they ask us every year whenever we're going to be bringing in the next, class of clinical students or whatever it may be. So again, opportunity is a really big thing that we talk about often at Marian. And so with that said, I mentioned that we have just over 40 different majors across campus, and those are all spread out throughout 5 different colleges. So you can see 5 of those listed here, a 6th one just below that. We learned just this past week that we are in the process of introducing our own School of Engineering this next year. Not to say we don't have engineering right now. We have had a partnership with IUPUI in downtown Indianapolis for a dual degree program where students are receiving a Purdue degree and a Marian degree. But we're excited to open our own School of Engineering, and that will bring in the first class of students in the fall of 2022. So more on that to come, but currently we have 5 other colleges that you can become a part of, and another college as well. And it's a unique experience that I'll talk about shortly. But these 5 colleges include the Byram School of Business. Our College of Arts and Sciences is our largest college on campus. This college houses anything to do with our health science programs, so biology, chemistry, anything to do with our performing arts. So if you're interested in music, and whether it's performance or teaching, that could be an opportunity for you. Also, our psychology, sociology, social work programs are listed here, and many, many more as well. So again, our largest college on campus. The Klitsch Educators College and the Layton School of Nursing kind of speak for themselves. And then the Exercise and Science program used to be a part of the College of Arts and Sciences, but broke off due to a lot of popularity. And you can look over to the right and you can see a lot of our students in action, interacting with faculty, but then also getting hands-on. Our School of Nursing has this amazing simulation lab, and it is state-of-the-art, where students are having the opportunity to work with mannequins like what you can see here. And these mannequins are really high fidelity. They can blink, they can give birth, we can check their breath sounds and their heart sounds and all these crazy things. So that way we're giving our students an opportunity to practice their skills, gain confidence that they need before they actually start working in hospitals. The same can be said with our School of Education. We are one of 15 schools in the nation, I think it's 15, where our students can actually simulate a classroom experience with a television that has a group of students or digital avatars. Very unique to Marian in the state of Indiana. But students have an opportunity to present their lesson plan and be a leader in the classroom before they actually start doing so in a real classroom. We want to help you be prepared, and those are just 2 really great examples, in addition to our incredible studios and various other locations on campus where you can practice your art and among various other things. Something else about academics that I like to point out is that we do require our students have a minor on campus. If you're unfamiliar with a minor, it's very similar to a major, but it's a smaller, more focused area within a major. So you have a major, which is your main focus of study, and then you pick up a minor that's supplementary to that. So for example, if you're interested in going into, say, nursing, it may be a good idea to pick up a foreign language to be able to interact with a whole other group of people, or perhaps psychology, so you can learn more about the children that you're working with, or whatever it may be. And the reason behind that is very intentional. We want you to be able to be marketable and have a different set of skills outside of your primary intent at sub-study at Marian, so that we can help you, talk more about your experience and have an extra set of skills in another area. So with that said, these programs that I've talked about all so far, these have been for our bachelor's degree 4-year programs. So you attend Marian for 4 years or maybe less, and you receive a bachelor's degree when you leave. We also have a very unique experience, which I'm going to introduce you to as well. And this is for St. Joseph's College of Marian University. This is an initiative that we started a couple of years ago, and we offer associate's degrees through this program. So it is a 2-year college. And what we really wanted to do is we wanted to focus on this earn and learn model, where students are taking class half the week and they're working an internship the other half of the week. You can see there's a list of employers that our students have worked with for the past couple of years. These are great partners of ours where our students are getting placed. And the idea behind this is so that the students can be able to work right out of getting out of high school and be able to apply themselves and work towards a degree. We're currently offering only 3 associate degree programs for this currently. That's for the business administration, business information technology, and also the liberal arts. We are planning on adding more down the pipeline, but again, this is still rather new programs, so we're going to see those coming soon. But if you're looking for a program that's a little bit lower cost, but you want to be able to work and make money while you're in school, St. Joseph's College might be a great opportunity for you. The students who attend St. Joseph's College have the same access to resources and facilities on Marian University's campus. It's actually not very far from our campus at all. It's just a walk away. And if you if you change your mind and you decide that you want to go towards a 4-year degree, there's really 2 different ways you can get there. First is you could transfer to Marian University's 4-year programs after maybe a semester at St. Joe, or if you graduate from St. Joseph's College with your associate's degree, you can immediately go into a Marian 4-year program for 2 more years to receive your bachelor's degree. There's some different financial aid opportunities that come with St. Joe, but it's an amazing opportunity for students who are looking to work right out of high school and are looking for a slightly different experience that's a little bit lower at cost. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat or reach out to us a little bit later. I'll be sharing our contact information so you have that as well. All right, so with that said, I love to talk about student life. I think this is probably one of the most important pieces of your college search, and I hope you're strongly considering this as you're visiting colleges, either in person or virtual, whatever it may be. So the first thing that I like to talk about is the fact that we are a Catholic and Franciscan university. So faith is a big part of who Marian is and our identity. We are the only Catholic institution in all of Indianapolis, but we do not require students to be Catholic to come to Marian. A great friend once put it really well in that you don't have to believe to belong. It's a great way for students to find a values-based university where you see that throughout all of our different programs and in everything we do. So more or less, we focus on 4 Franciscan values. Those are dignity of the individual, responsible stewardship, peace and justice, and reconciliation. You'll see those values physically across campus. They're around the fountain that you saw in that very first picture. They're above our dining commons. But you'll also hear about them in the classroom. To be able to apply responsible stewardship or, in this current world, peace and justice, incredibly important right now. Regardless of where our students are coming from or who they are or what they believe, we feel that these values can represent you. So that's why we have a really big focus on them. Outside of that, we do have a lot of faith-based opportunities for students on campus. We do not require that you, participate in any service opportunities or go to any of our daily services, but we do offer Mass every single day on campus in one of our 3, soon-to-be 4 chapels. I'll get to that in a moment. But we also have interdenominational spaces across campus where you can practice a faith that may be outside of Catholicism as well. So again, a big part of our identity, and it's amazing to see some of the growth and the beautiful spaces we have on campus, where you can learn a little bit more about each other and kind of have some of that cultural and worldly growth as well. So that brings me to living on campus. Probably the best experience you'll have in college, at least maybe I speak for myself. I love living on campus. I got an opportunity to really get to know other people and friends. I'm sure Nairi can say the same. But we currently have 4 resident halls that you can live within. Our policy is that we require our students to live on campus until they turn 21 if they live outside of Marion County or the surrounding counties. If you do live within Marion County, which is where Indianapolis is located, or the surrounding counties, you can commute to campus if you would like, if you live from home. However, I strongly encourage you to consider living on campus because of the invaluable experience that you can have there. So with that said, we have 2 resident halls that our first-year students primarily live within. Those are Doyle Hall and Clare Hall. Doyle is exclusive to freshman students. They offer double and single rooms, and it's more of a community style. You traditionally have one roommate, you have a restroom that you share amongst your floor, and And then Clare Hall is very similar, but it also has more of a suite or apartment style. Semi-private restrooms, you get a little more of your own space. But arguably, both of these have the most impressive social experience you'll have on campus. You know, students keep their doors open, they want to get to know each other, and all of our resident halls are heated and cooled, which is also nice too. And so next is Drew and University Hall. So these are for our upperclassmen students, and these have more of that apartment or private suite style. So, you know, you have a little more of your own space, you share a restroom with only 4, maybe 6 people, and it's a little bit quieter there. You know, upperclassmen are a little busy, they're not there as often, but still an amazing place to live on campus. And this next year, we are in the midst of building a brand new resident hall. It will be named Cato Wagner when it opens next August. And for those of you who are seniors, if you decide to live on campus, you may be surprised to hear that this is going to be exclusive to freshman students. So you could live in a brand new building where no other student has lived before. This is just a rendering that you can see here. The building is in process of being built. It currently has brick, mostly, and it has windows. So it's amazing to kind of see it being built. And it is going to have a chapel with inside of it as well, as you can see here, as well as a beautiful big bell tower. It'll be the tallest point on campus, and we cannot wait for it to open next August. With that said, if you want to learn more about housing and living on campus, visit that website listed there at the bottom, marian.edu/housing, to learn more. Another really fun opportunity that we offer for our students is study abroad. Unfortunately, this is on pause right now. However, whenever things return to some type of new normalcy, hopefully you would have the opportunity to visit another country and study there. I can tell you from personal experience, it's my biggest regret that I did not study abroad when I was in college. I wish I would have. It's arguably the most affordable time that you'll have the chance to, you know, go to another country. And many of our programs also have built-in study abroad experiences. So we can send you really to any of these countries that are listed on the short list and even more. The student that you can see in the picture there, her name is Tutu. She actually had 2 study abroad experiences while she was with us. She just graduated this past May, and she has some amazing stories to tell. But our education program has sent students to South Korea as well as China. We were supposed to send students to Finland and Sweden this past year, but unfortunately that got canceled. And we're sending our students for as little as 10 days to maybe up to a full semester. So if you have an interest in studying abroad, or maybe taking an alternative spring break, or maybe going for as little as 30 days in May after the semester ends, we have advisors and financial people who can kind of help you with financing that trip and, you know, figuring out a way that you can earn credit overseas while you're with us. Also excited to talk about athletics. Very successful athletics programs at Marian University. We are the Marian Knights, go blue and gold. And we offer all of the athletic teams that you can see here at a competitive level. We are a part of the NAIA Division II Athletics, and we do offer scholarship for those of you who might be interested in competing in college. To brag a little bit about our sports teams this past year, we had the most amazing week earlier in the year before quarantine and things like that. In the same week, our football team, our women's volleyball team, and our women's soccer team went to the national championships within their division. The football team had an undefeated season. Unfortunately, they came up short in the championship game, but they do have 2 under their belt in their short history of being at Marian. Our soccer team unfortunately came up just short in their championship, but the volleyball team brought home the championship trophy. So it was amazing to see kind of all that news about Marian Knights and the amazing things that they were doing on the court and on the field. Needless to say, our cycling team has over 40 national championships, and we're one of the top ranked teams in the world. So also pretty incredible things coming out of Marian Knight Nation. So hopefully, you know, if you come to Marian, you want to be an athlete, you know, you could be a Marian Knight and support the university, or you can become a Marian Maniac, as we like to call them, and support your team. In fact, you get free admission into any home team athletic event. So great way to socialize and support the Marian Knights and be a fan for sure. Whew, that's a lot of information for just 25 minutes. So I hope you're digesting everything okay. Hopefully you're being able to answer or get some questions in the chat. And if not, please do not hesitate. Don't be scared to ask us any questions. We're excited to help you out. I'm also going to share me and Nairee's contact information here shortly, so that way if you want to reach out to us personally, you certainly can. So the next thing that I want to introduce to you is the admissions process and how to visit campus. At this time, we are offering in-person campus visits. So we are offering those Monday through Fridays in the mornings and in the afternoons. We're also offering a few alternative options as well. So periodically on Thursdays, we will offer more evening visits for those of you who may not be able to get out of school, or maybe your families want to come after work. And we also offer what we call blue and gold days on Saturdays. If you're a senior, I definitely recommend an individual campus visit. If you're a sophomore, junior, the blue and gold day might be perfect for you. But as a senior, the blue and gold day is a little bit more condensed. So we don't typically have an opportunity really, I think, to address all your questions or pair you up with a faculty member, since they're typically not on campus on the weekends. But regardless, as you approach your senior year, I want to personally invite you to come and visit with us. What a campus visit looks like is, one, meeting with an admission counselor like myself or Nairee. We'll sit down with you for about 30 minutes or so just to learn more about you. We can talk more about this little thing called Marian, financial aid, things like that. Address your questions and concerns with your family. Then we'll set you out on a campus tour. That'll be an hour-long walking tour with a current student who is living it and doing all these amazing things, and they can tell you a little bit more about their experience. But you'll also get to see all those beautiful facilities like the Evans Center directly behind me, and some of the amazing facilities that we were putting up, like the Cato Wagner Hall. We'll also have an optional visit with either a faculty member or an athletic coach if you let us know that you're interested in that as well. That way you can learn more about your specific program that you're interested in studying. To schedule a campus visit, all you need to do is go to marian.edu/visit. You can see our calendar to learn more about our availability, and we're going to be hosting visits through December. So I know that we still have a couple of dates still open in October as students are on fall break and things, but hopefully you'll get an opportunity to visit us within the next month or so. And I know that we would love to see you on campus. So might be a great excuse for you to get out of the house and see our beautiful campus, especially before the leaves all fall. So next, talk about the admissions process. Our application process is fairly simple, and we've even simplified it even more in a post-COVID world. So our application is available now. And we are unfortunately not listed on the Common App. So if you're familiar with the Common App, you will not find us there. But you will find us on our website, marian.edu/apply, as you can see listed here. I also put a fancy little QR code here, so if you have your phone, feel free to pull that out and you can access the application directly that way. But the beautiful thing about our application is it is free. There's also no essay, so it only takes about 10 or 15 minutes to complete your application. We just want to learn more about you, what your interests are, get updated contact information, and know what you're interested in studying. Once you submit your application, you'll start receiving more regular communication from the admission counselors like myself and Nairee. And what we're going to try and do at that point is help you complete your application. In order to do so, all you need to do is submit a high school transcript. We have opted out of the SAT or the ACT scores this year, so we will not require them for admission or scholarship consideration. All we need is either an official or an unofficial high school transcript to be able to make that admission decision for you. Now, once we receive your transcript, we typically will have an admission decision made for you within a matter of days. We try to turn that around really quickly so you can have that decision made. And typically we'll try to reach out to you personally so that we can share that exciting news with you. We take a very holistic approach to your college application as well. So whenever you apply and you submit your transcript, we're going to look at trends in your grades, we're going to look at absences, various other things. And if we see any types of concerns, we'll typically reach out and have a conversation about it. But just by submitting the application, you are not necessarily committing yourself to the university, but just trying to determine whether or not you're admissible to the university. And that way we can learn a little bit more about you and helping you through the application process. So again, marian.edu/apply. You can scan the QR code there as well. It's a free application and there is no essay required of you or SAT or ACT scores. Which brings me next to talk about the scholarships and financial aid opportunities at Marian. The list that you can see here are a list of academic scholarships that we offer to students, and you're automatically considered for these when you apply to the university. So there's no additional application or anything needed. We'll determine if you're eligible for a scholarship when we review your application. These scholarships start with a 3.0 GPA or higher, and on that note, we accept your weighted GPA. So whichever is highest on your transcript, that's the one we'll use for your admission and scholarship consideration. Based on the GPA requirement you can see here, you may be eligible for one of these scholarships, and the numbers that are listed there, those are renewable for all 4 years that you're at Marian University. And mind you, these are only for the 4-year academic programs. The St. Joe College scholarship financial aid process looks a little bit different. So if you have any questions about that, please reach out to us a little bit later or drop a question in the chat. The one scholarship opportunity that I want to draw your attention to is the St. Mary Academic Scholarship at the very top there. In order to be eligible for an up to full tuition scholarship, you have to have a 3.9 GPA or higher, and we'll invite you to compete for this scholarship. What that means is that we will ask you to write an essay to a prompt and submit a resume, and then by December, we will select up to 8 students to receive an up to full tuition scholarship. If you meet the qualifications for the scholarship, you're automatically guaranteed a scholarship in the St. Francis for $18,000 per year, but you have to be admitted by November 15th. I repeat, admitted by November 15th to be considered for the St. Mary Academic Scholarship. So I strongly encourage you to consider that, but we do have some other opportunities available to you outside of academic. These may require an additional scholarship application, so something to be mindful of. We offer talent awards through athletics, the fine arts with performance, theater, the visual arts, and we also have a speech team award. The athletic awards are determined by the coach, but the fine arts and the speech team, typically there's an additional application, and you can find more information on our website at marian.edu/financial aid. We also offer faith-based opportunities, like our San Damiano Scholarship Program. This is an $8,500 scholarship that we award to students who really want to grow in their faith and become a part of something bigger than themselves. We have a recruiter for this program who is a Marian alum. If you're interested, we would love to get you connected with her so she can share more about this scholarship opportunity. And then lastly, we have some other Marian awards as well, including the 21st Century Scholars Full Tuition Scholarship. As a private institution, unfortunately, Marian does not offer full tuition to students like you would see at a state school. However, we recognize that there are 21st century scholars who really want a small private education. So every year, we offer up to 25 full tuition scholarships to students in the 21st Century Scholars Program. There is an application you will need to complete online. And once you submit that application and you're admitted, then what we will do is set up an interview with you where you can talk more about your experiences and how you want to be successful as a 21st century scholar. So I definitely encourage you to look into that. The deadline for that scholarship application is November 6th, so it's coming up pretty soon. There's some other opportunities that are listed here that you can learn more about online, but I strongly encourage you to also file the FAFSA. I know this is not possible for everyone, or some may choose not to file the FAFSA, and if so, please let us know, so that way we can inform our financial aid office and potentially make a financial aid offer for you. For students who file the FAFSA, which is available now, in October and November, our financial aid office will begin processing those in November, and we'll share a financial aid offer with you in December. We typically give you the holiday to be able to review it with your family, and then in January, counselors like myself and Nairi will begin reaching out to all the families we're working with just to create dialogue and a conversation about the financial aid process. We can break everything down for you one by one, just so that you can understand what the bottom dollar is at Marian. Yes, our sticker price sometimes may be shocking to many others for a small private school, and that's like many other schools, but at the end of the day, we truly try to be competitive with many other schools. And so I encourage students to file the FAFSA, wait for that financial aid offer, and then try to make an informed decision after you receive that. And so we try to be helpful for that as much as we can. We feel like we have a pretty good thing going on here, so we truly want to entertain the idea if you're strongly interested in Marian and what we have to offer. All right, so hopefully you've been asking questions in the chat. Nairee's been manning that for us. So next, I do want to share our contact information for you. So again, my name is Ty Garrison. I'm a freshman admission counselor at Marian University. I've listed my email here as well as my work phone and then also my cell phone. I did the same for Nairee here as well, so you can reach out if you should have any questions, concerns, whatever it may be. And I also encourage you to stay connected with us on social media. We are on Twitter and Instagram, both for the Marian 4-year programs and also the St. Joe College 2-year programs. And our students are doing some fun things. We've had some takeovers on Instagram more recently from amazing student ambassadors that work within our office. There's a lot of fun events going on campus. For example, our marching band is getting ready to put on a Halloween event where they'll be in costume. They've been playing the Monster Mash and the Ghostbusters theme song outside of my office window for the past couple of weeks. And that'll be performed at the amphitheater just on our campus. There's various other events that happen, like movie nights at Alumni Hall. And for the most part, I mean, our students are congregating safely on campus. Our students are wearing masks and they are in class and online. So they've kind of got a mix of both of those things. But again, I strongly want to encourage you to come and visit us if you get an opportunity. Again, to do that, you just go to marian.edu/visit and you can see what our current availability is to be able to meet with an admission counselor like myself or Nairee. With that said, I want to thank you so much for your time today. I know this is a lot of information to try to digest, and I really appreciate your time and attention looking at this computer and listening to me talk for about 35 minutes or so. But I want to be mindful of your time as well. I'm sure you have other college visits and things that you're going to be jumping in on. But again, I want to thank you so much for your time and attention. Please come visit with us, and if interested, please consider submitting an application. We would love to learn more about you and share a little bit more about what we can do to help you be successful in your future.
Thank you, Ty and Nairee. Again, thank you for joining us this evening. I hope that you found this session to be extremely informative. You see our representatives' contact information on your screen. Please make note of that and follow up with them if you have any questions. When you log off, you will see a survey. It's 4 brief questions we are asking you to complete. Give us feedback on this session and the program itself so that we can approve upon things. Also, as a reminder, we do have sessions taking place on tomorrow evening as well as next week, Monday through Thursday. You can find the schedule for those future sessions on our Indiana Association of College Admissions Counseling website, which is inacac.org. You want to click on the virtual college exploration page. That is where you will find our future sessions. And then, as I mentioned at the beginning, our sessions have been recorded. You can visit that same page to find all of our session recordings in the past, as well as those that will be presented in the future. Definitely visit our website to catch up on anything that you may have missed out. Again, thank you for joining us and have a wonderful evening. Bye.